In this video, I'll be showing you how easy it is to replace or change out your existing doorknob. I'll start out with picking out an actual doorknob from a hardware store and then show you the removal process of your existing doorknob and of course the installation of the new one. And the only tools you really need for this job is a screwdriver. I think most doorknobs just take a size 1 Phillips head, or if you want to speed things up by using a ratchet or a drill, you can also do that. But here I am at the hardware store. I think one of the easiest and most convenient way to pick out a new doorknob. That way you can look at all the options firsthand. There's different finishes, different designs. The thing to pay attention to is what kind of locking mechanism you want. So for interior doorknobs, there are basically 3 different kinds. There's the one without any kind of locking mechanism. So this is used for like closets, something you don't need to worry about locking on the other side. And then there is the simple lock where there's no key involved. And then the most expensive one is the one that's keyed. Some of them might come with a deadbolt if you need that, but in this video, I'm only going to show you the replacement of the doorknob itself. A tip to saving money is to walk towards the middle of the aisle because the outermost part of the aisle is the most expensive options. Once you get to the middle, you walk a little bit, you'll see some of the more cheaper, affordable options. So I picked up this option, the one with a key. So just to give you an idea what you can expect if you were to buy your own brand new doorknob. On the exterior of the box, you will find that it should be clearly labeled what type of locking mechanism it has. And right now I have covered in a sticky is the actual key code for that. So if you wanted multiple knobs that can be opened with the same key, you can just use that same code. And opening it up, this is what you can expect. You have a set of screws for both the doorknob and also into your door and door frame. You may actually not even need these. You can use the existing screws most likely as long as they're still there. And then here are the doorknob assemblies. Here is the strike plate to put on your door frame. Again, if you're replacing an existing one, you could probably just reuse the current one that you have. Here's the set of keys if it is a keyed lock, and of course instructions. And finally, here is the latch. Notice that by default it has the faceplate on there. I think most doors these days have that. But in case your door has just a single hole in it without the room for that plate, you can actually switch out that plate with this drive-in collar that they come included. I'll show you quickly how to change out the collar in the next few minutes. If this doesn't apply to you, you can skip to this timestamp in the video. But basically, you just need a flathead screwdriver to insert between the 2 plates here. There should be a little bit of a hole on either side. Notice right here in the corners. Simply insert the flathead screwdriver and pry open both ends of the plate so you separate the 2. The first one on the outer side should slip off really easily like so, but then the other one you have to do a little bit of a turn so that it can come out. Notice the 2 little nubs on the side of the latch. You just need to rotate that plate so that it aligns with that so you can pull it straight out. At this point, take your drive-in collar and line it up with the retracting portion of the latch. Just push it straight through. You should hear a little bit of a click so that it's secure. And there's how you can change from the faceplate to the drive-in collar. Now that you have all your materials, it's time to remove your existing lock. There are a variety of reasons why you may want to change a lock. It may just be old, you want to get a newer one, or you want to change the design. In this case, I'm trying to change the type of lock. You can see right now this is more of a closet style doorknob where it doesn't have any lock whatsoever. So I'm trying to change it to this keyed one. First thing is to take your screwdriver or whatever other tool you're using to remove the screws on the doorknob. So you just go ahead and remove those. Be careful not to accidentally close the door at this point. And once you remove the screws, you should be able to slide both ends of the doorknob easily apart. And you can check now with your new hardware if you actually have to replace the latch or the strike plate at all. So in this case, I actually don't need to because the alignment is perfect. I think these kinds of interior doorknobs are pretty universal. So unless your latch or your strike plate is severely damaged or something, you can just reuse them. If you did have to remove the latch, if it's the one with the faceplate, you just have to unscrew it. And in this case, it might be a little bit more difficult with just a simple screwdriver. So that's where you want to employ your ratchet or your drill. But again, it should be really easy to remove once the screws are out. Next is installing your new hardware. So going in reverse order, if you did remove the latch and you need to replace it, you just need to make sure that you orient it the right way. This should be reversible. You can either install it this way or the other way. You just need to make sure that the way that it's locking to the strike plate, that the beveled end is facing it when it closes. That way it will lock properly. So double check you have the right orientation before screwing it back in. Now for inserting your doorknobs, you just need to make sure which doorknob is on which side of the door. Obviously you want the one with the keyhole to be facing exterior, so just double check that. It doesn't particularly matter which doorknob is inserted first, but I personally like to insert the outer one first. And the interior doorknob always has the screws, and depending on what type of doorknob you have, it's actually easier to insert the screws now and then try to align it as you insert it through the door hole. Now this may be a tricky part in making sure that the screws actually thread into the other side. So if you feel like it's not catching anything, you may need to realign to make sure that it's going in properly. And if your knob is kind of in the way like it is in this case, you may have to first turn it by hand. And then once you can fit your tool in, you may have to also turn it at a slight angle. And to keep things even, I like to switch between the two so I don't completely screw in one screw and then do the other, so I kind of evenly distribute both ends. But anyways, once it's properly secured, double check that there's no gap between the doorknob flange and your door. And the final step is to simply test the actual lock. Make sure the doorknobs turn freely when it's unlocked. And then if you have a key, make sure both of your keys that you're given actually work to lock and unlock the door. And there you have it. That's how simple and easy it is to step-by-step replace your existing doorknob. If you found this video helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.